Hello everyone, this is Adil from API Matic. Hope you all are doing well. Today I'm going to demo how can you quickly generate a portal for your API, which is packed with features that greatly enhance developer experience and increase API adoption. These features include SDKs for a variety of platforms, HTTP and language specific docs for your APIs, a very advanced API console with reactive code samples. You can export your API descriptions in over 15 formats. You can view code on GitHub and link it over here. You can add custom sections and guides for your developers. You will get usage instructions in major IDEs and you will get tutorials which are tailor made for your APIs. The best thing is that you can host a portal from scratch or embed everything right into your existing portal. What we are bringing is the best of 2 and 3 column designs. There is an API to continuously update your portals whenever an API changes, and of course you can customize everything the way you want. So let me show you how can you build your first API developer experience portal. There are a couple of options. You can either upload a file in either of these formats, or you can specify a URL, which I'm going to do right now. So this is a YAML file from Telstra, which I am adding it over here. And when I click generate portal, it is parsing the API and validating it. I found no warning, no error, but just a message to beautify my API, my portal. There you go. I got a very basic portal with sample text, and which of course I can change the text and layout the way I want. And I can see the summary of things which can be fixed to make this portal look pretty. This can be done using API Matrix API editor, which the details of which I am skipping for now. You can always check it via our YouTube channel. What I'm going to show you is the language specific docs aspect of it. For example, if I click on Java, I've been taken to the docs, how I can download Java SDK for this API and how can I use it. So you can see the instructions given in all major IDEs. How can I build it? How can I use this SDK? How can I test it? I hope you know that API also automatically generate test cases, unit test cases in every language. How can I initialize and how I can authorize the client, which is an important aspect because providing some complex authentication types such as OAuth 2.0 is easier, but documenting it for developers in different languages is something difficult. So we have added that bit as well. uh, Moving forward to the documentation of API endpoints, you can see for example, if I click send SMS, so you can see the send SMS documentation of send SMS endpoint. It takes a payload which is of type send SMS request. There is a console, and the good thing about the console is that on right you can see the sample code to call this endpoint, and as I write, for example, my number, you can see the text being populated in the right column. So plus 6421029747759, and hello from API Matic. So if I click try it now, it should give me an error because I have not added any auth ID and secret, which I'm going to add right now. So now I have added my ID and secret, and if I try it now, you can see 201 created. I got the text on my cell phone, and I can see the response body, what it contains, and I can see the headers and everything. So this is send SMS was a simpler endpoint. If I go for a little complex one such as send MMS, then I have, you can see, a boolean here. I'm clicking and you can see it becomes true and false. If I go down and click add new, you can see the sample is currently being I have more code added on my right, and it's also validating the input. For example, if it is a required property, I am getting proper message for it. If I have to add more content to it, I can add, it's being automatically added. So I can see the code snippet or the code sample being populated. I cannot on the whole application. So you can see the first hello world is ready for my developers, which are compatible with this SDK. So these libraries, Telstar.T API, is the SDK which I recently downloaded. So this is the overview of the console. I can of course go on to see the models. For example, if I want to see the send SMS request, so this is the detail of that endpoint. You can see the example on right as well. So far we have seen this portal with respect to Java language. Of course I can click PHP, Python, or any of the languages. I can see the exact same docs and navigation in all the languages. But the beauty you might have noticed is that I have not written a single line of code or made any changes. All of them is automatically generated using this API description. And now I am going to hit customize and publish to make the portal the way I want it to look. So now I can see the editor which let me change the different aspects of this portal. And for example, if I want to add a cover image, I can add it. If I want to add a logo, I can do it. If I want to change the primary color, I can make it a little darker. And of course I can add some custom sections. I can add some navigation links, and I change these badges over here. If I go in the doc section, I can see a number of things over here as well. For example, if I want to add HTTP docs or not, if maybe like I have a portal which already contains HTTP docs, so I can switch it off. I can switch on or off the export option. I can select the languages, the ones which I want to keep, and I can basically remove the ones which I don't want. And a new feature which we have recently added is the ability to add your published packages and just specify the repository where you want to add. You have your SDK published, or you can automatically publish in few languages using API-Matic as well. So again, not going in the details of that, you can add GitHub links, and if you add those GitHub links, then this download SDK button will change accordingly. And not only that, but the docs you seen previously, they will be rendered totally differently. For example, for the published packages and GitHub links, we will have different documentation because you're not downloading an SDK and building it from scratch. The other option which we have is the ability to embed. So if you want to embed this portal, so you can see this bit will be embedded to your existing portal, and we have a couple of options. For example, if you have already a portal with a column on left, you can opt for the top navigation style, and if you don't want, you can always keep the classic left column one. You can add different languages again, or remove. You can add different guides for your developers. For the embedding bit, if you click embed, then we give you a JavaScript widget. You can copy it and paste it in any HTML page. It will render the portal right on that HTML page. And if you want to host it from scratch, I'm going to show you. There's a publish option. You can host it or you can white label it. And if I host it like my API, so Done. So I have my portal up and running in a very few minutes. So if you go on this, you can see this portal posted, and of course everything which I showed you earlier on is available. So that's pretty much it. This is something uh, which we have recently released. So we are all ears for your feedback. Give it a try and let us know how do you feel, how do you find it, and keep us posted with your comments. And for further details of the features, you can check out our YouTube channel. Thank you very much and have a great day.